This part, I know what's coming up. Dewey, you're not allowed to play ahead of time for this part. The rest of the game, go ahead. Play to your heart's content, but you have to do this for the first time live.
Every day is a new chance. You can build on yesterday's accomplishments or forget about yesterday's failures and start afresh. That's how life is, with a new game every day, and that's how it will always be. Welcome back to our channel. Today we have 10 horrible levels from some fantastic video games. Many video games contain difficulty levels or potions. Many of these can contribute to the game's enjoyment and make us feel extremely accomplished once we've completed the level. However, certain levels are simply annoying and we don't feel good about them even when we complete them. Instead, we're relieved that we're no longer required to complete that section of the game. Instead of providing a joyful challenge, these difficult and irritating stages can quickly dampen our excitement for fun games. Even if the rest of the game is a lot of fun and a great experience, some levels try to destroy it for us. Let's take a look at 10 irritating levels that spoiled otherwise fantastic games. 10th place, The Shopping Center, The Last of Us Left Behind. The Last of Us Left Behind is the DLC pack for the game The Last of Us. It takes place in flashbacks to the time before Ellie was bitten, as well as during a time jump in the main game when Joel was injured and Ellie went out to get supplies to assist him. Although the flashbacks are heartwarmingly entertaining, and it's lovely to watch Ellie having a good time, the segment of the game where you score the mall for supplies can be irritating. There are not only zombies around, but also humans after Ellie, and you must find a way to eliminate them all while avoiding the clicker's notice. Number 9. The caves in any Pokemon game. Although the many Pokemon games are certainly enjoyable, there are some areas in each game that can be challenging to navigate. Almost every game has a portion in which the player must navigate a cave of some sort. Although other areas of the game are enjoyable and have a diverse range of Pokemon, this is not always the case in the caves. In Pokemon games, it's difficult to take 2 feet into a cave without coming into a wild Zubat or Diglett, which can be annoying. Number 8 is Hojo's Lab Final Fantasy VII Remake. The Final Fantasy VII Remake mostly lived up to the promise, but it was occasionally bogged down by dull, oversized dungeons. Nothing in the main quest line is more tediously repetitive than Hojo's Lab in the 17th chapter, Deliverance from Chaos. It even dares to challenge Final Fantasy XV's famed chapter 13 in the Whom the Heck Thought This Was a Good Idea stakes. While switching between party groups throughout the chapter has a lot of potential, it's used in the most uninspired and empty way conceivable here. Number 7. Riding Derby Far Cry New Dawn. Far Cry New Dawn takes place after Far Cry 5. The world changes after the player tries everything they can to destroy Joseph Seed's cult, only to see a nuclear bomb blast. Nearly 2 decades after the original game, this game is set in what was then Hope County, Montana. In the game's Riding Derby phase, the player gets into a car and drives around a track, destroying all of the other competitors. Mickey and Lou have a wicked sense of humor and find it amusing to force individuals to participate in this. It's entertaining, but it's not simple, and having to restart it again and over can be frustrating. Number 6 is The Hotel Basement, The Last of Us. The Last of Us is a fantastic PlayStation exclusive set in a post-apocalyptic world. Players take control of Ellie or Joel, 2 survivors who have survived a fungus plague that has turned people into terrible monsters at various stages throughout the game. The Hotel Basement is a section of the game set in Pittsburgh that is regarded as the most challenging and irritating by the fans of the game. This segment isn't as enjoyable as the rest of the game. It's dark, there are stalkers everywhere, and you have to locate an unusual key card while avoiding being attacked. Number 5 is The Water Temple Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time is unquestionably one of the best games ever made. Players take control of Link once more as he journeys across Hyrule, with the N64's breakthrough innovations allowing Ocarina of Time to include time travel and a slew of environmental riddles. The game's Water Temple level is also famous, though not fondly remembered. The level begins in the central chamber of a massive temple, and players must constantly equip and disarm their iron boots while controlling the water level inside the structure to travel. To be honest, the whole process is a pain, with the level providing few signs or clues as to where players should go or how they would get there. All of this happens before a user faces Dark Link or Morpher and his monsters in the temple's boss fight. Number 4 is Allies for Bruma, Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. So much about Oblivion's levels were just so out there that a player couldn't help but fall in love with it all, from killing everyone at a party and blaming it on everyone else during the Dark Brotherhood questline to exploring a unique painting world and combating special painting trolls. However, throughout the main questline, Allies for Bruma is a level that is free from this. In this level, the hero of Quatch is charged with traveling to all of Kyrodiel's cities and requesting assistance against the Daedra invading Bruma. The worst part about Oblivion is how simple it is to complete the different Oblivion gates, which require players to fight against dozens of foes and find a path through to the top of each tower inside without a map marker to guide them. Number 3, getting the juice boxes in the Dead Island. In Dead Island, players take control of one of 4 survivors, fighting zombies on an island that was once a major tourist destination before the monsters took over. Players must complete objectives for various NPCs throughout the island, one of which requires them to collect juice boxes for a group of hungry survivors. The juice packs are, however, in a zombie-infested petrol station. We understand the importance of having food and beverages, especially when zombies have taken over and supplies are scarce, but carrying these juice boxes slows you down and puts you vulnerable to attacks, making this quest extremely irritating. Number 2 is the Apple of Eden, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. Brotherhood was the 3rd installment in Ubisoft's Assassin's Creed series, and it was here that the series broke through. The missions in both the main and side storylines were generally good, with the addition of the complete synchronization function adding an added layer of complexity for players to work through. However, by the time the Apple of Eden mission arrives, it's evident that Ubisoft is simply trying to finish the game as quickly as possible. Fans had been waiting for 3 games to hold and use the famous relic, but this level only proved that it was all for naught. The mission resumes with Ezio on the run from Cesare Borgia and the Papal Guards. With the apple in his possession, the piece of Eden can't be unequipped, but it's a pain to wield, with its clumsy animations, delaying time, delivering minimal damage, and draining a player's health. Furthermore, to achieve complete synchronization for the task, players must not lose a single point of health. Therefore, being attacked by a guard or by using the apple once will result in players losing 100%. Number 1. The MJ Miles stealth levels in Marvel's Spider-Man. Though Insomniac's Spider-Man is without a doubt one of the best superhero video games ever developed, it comes with some annoying baggage in the form of occasional missions in which you're forced to play as either Mary Jane Watson or Miles Morales, rather than Spidey. These missions are not only devoid of superpowers, but they are also stealth-focused, and while challenging, they simply kill the game's otherwise fluttering energy. Even by its standards, the stealth gameplay isn't very well executed or entertaining. The artificial intelligence is inadequate, and the install fail feature is irritating. Without these horrible levels, these games would have been huge sellers and maybe multi-million-dollar hits, but that's it for today. Comment on the worst level you've ever played and in which game, although it was otherwise excellent. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel because it helps us to grow and make more such content for you. See you guys very soon. Bye.